Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Reviewers. I'm Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And today it's release day.
Yay, release day!
So we've got two new products for Marvel Champions. We have X-23 Hero Pack and
Deadpool, like with a really big shiny thing. Yeah, Deadpool. There we go. Oh, come on.
So this video, we're going to do an unboxing of X-23. Then we'll do another video, the unboxing for Deadpool. And then we'll get a couple games in with their starter decks.
Yeah.
All right. So first, let's look at X-23. So I got to remove the little plastic protection thing. All right. And then open the clamshell. Or try to. Okay, there's the deck. And if this is the first time you've had a hero pack, one of the important things is under this flap there is a rules insert and a poster on one side. So we don't need that anymore. Set the deck aside. So we've got a nice poster of X-23. I got it blown up so we can see the back here as best as we can. So it talks about any new rules that may have come up, like there's a new card type in this wave, player side schemes. So it explains how that works. The assault keyword, linked with a card title.
Okay.
Piercing, victory X, and then kind of little description of X-23, Marvel licensing, playtesters. There you go. So you got a reference sheet, and you've got the deck and the poster. And now we'll switch to a blow up so we can look at the cards.
All right, and here we go. Let's see. We're looking here at Laura Kinney. She has a 6 recovery. She is a mutant. So her setup, put X-23's claws into play. So then that means they're permanents. And as an action, she can shuffle either the Honey Badger ally or the Sisterly Bond, which I'm assuming is her team-up event, from her discard pile into her deck. Draw 1 card, limit once per round. She has a hand size of 6 and 10 hit points.
All right. Then we have X-23 here. 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense. She's X-Force traded. Living weapon. Response. After X-23 takes any amount of damage, ready X-23. Limit once per phase. The facility created me to kill, but I choose to fight to protect life. Hand size 5, hit points 10.
All right. So we start with the claws, which, like I said, they're the permanent upgrade. And they are hero action, exhaust her claws, and take 2 damage. She gets +2 attack until the end of the round.
Okay, all right. And then we have Honey Badger, who costs 2, 4 to 1, attack a 1 with 1 consequential each. X-Men traded, so she's X-Force, but her ally is X-Men. 2 hit points. Hero response. After Honey Badger takes any amount of damage, ready X-23. Starting to see a theme here.
She's always ready. Okay, we have a 0-cost event, Animal Instinct. It is a skill card. As a hero interrupt, when she makes a basic thwart, she gets +X thwart for this thwart, where X is equal to her attack. That's a bit of a tongue twister. And there are 2 copies of this card in the deck.
All right. Then we've got Claw Mastery. Costs 1, max 1 per round. So it looks like we got 3 copies. Until the end of the round, X-23 gets +2 attack, and her attack gains overkill while Honey Badger is in play.
Okay, so this one seems like it plays with the allies a little bit more than normal.
Especially Honey Badger.
Yeah. So let's see. We've got a +1 or a 1-cost event, Regenerative Longevity. It's a superpower here. She can heal a total of 4 damage from your identity and from Honey Badger, and there's 2 copies of this. Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, we have Sisterly Bond, which I believe that was the card that it referenced.
It is, and I thought that would be a team-up card, but it is not.
So this is she only has one copy of Sisterly Bond. It's a zero-cost event. It's a condition. When Honey Badger thwarts or attack, add X-23's matching power to Honey Badger's power for this use. All right.
Okay.
Well, so it's like a team-up card without actually being a team-up card because they get to add their stats.
All right. Then we have Sisterhood, which is a 2-cost support. It's a condition. As an action, you can exhaust Sisterhood and discard an X-23 card from your hand. And then that allows you to search your deck and discard pile for Honey Badger and add her to your hand. Then shuffle. I like this. You get to keep bringing Honey Badger back.
Yeah. You're going to want her to stay around. Okay. We have a 1-cost upgrade, Adamantium Lacing. You get +2 hit points. X-23 gains Retaliate 1, and her basic attack gains Piercing.
All right, and then we have Grim Resolve here, which is a 1-cost upgrade. And you can exhaust it and take a damage to generate a wild resource. So there's our resource generation.
All right. Then we have Pain Tolerance, the 2-cost upgrade, Superpower. After you play an X-23 card, including this one, heal 1 damage from your identity.
Next, we have 2 copies of Puncture Wound. It's a 0-cost upgrade. This is a condition that you attach to an enemy that X-23 or Honey Badger attacked this turn. So you attach it after you attack them. That attached enemy gets -1 attack. And after the player phase begins, discard this card and deal 3 damage to the attached enemy. Oh, that is sweet. So, okay.
It's kind of like Cyclops' cards when he attaches to minions or the villain. The tactic cards.
Yeah, but it times a little bit differently, but I like it.
Yeah. All right. X-23 comes in Aggression. So here's our first Aggression card. It's a 3-cost ally, Boom Boom. She's X-Force traded. 2 hit points, thwart a 1, attack a 1. Action, exhaust Boom Boom, add 1 boom counter to her. Then you may discard Boom Boom to deal 1 damage to each enemy for each boom counter on her. So, you keep her around, you can build up those boom counters.
It says boom 8 times on that card.
Yeah, and the flavor text is tick, tick, tick.
Boom. All right. Next we have Richter, who is a 3-cost ally. He's X-Force. He thwarts for 1 and attacks for 2. And as a response, after he attacks, you can discard the top card of your deck, deal a damage to each minion engaged with you. For each resource on the discarded card. Oh, okay, I see.
All right. Then we have Shatterstar, who's a 4-cost ally. Thwart of 2 with 2 consequential, attack of 2 with 1 consequential with a star. X-Force traded, 4 hit points. Interrupt. When Shatterstar attacks a minion, engage that minion. If you are already engaged with that minion, Shatterstar gets +1 attack for this attack. This will be good for Thor. Another way to engage a minion. Thor would really like this.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
All
right, so moving on to the events then. We have our first event here, 3 copies of Critical Hit. It's a 2-cost event. You can play only if a side scheme is in the victory display. So they're playing with the new side schemes here. I don't have any problem with that at all. I like those things. And then after you attack an enemy, stun it.
Okay. Then we have a reprint, but with new art, Moment of Triumph. Hero response, after you attack and defeat an enemy, heal 1 damage from your hero for each point of excess damage dealt to that enemy by that attack. And of course, 3 copies.
Okay. Next, we have, speaking of player side schemes, this one's Keep 'em Busy. It costs 1 to put into play. It's victory 0, so it goes in the victory display pile once it's gone. It has Assault, which means this is one of the newer keywords. Basic thwarts against it. Use the attack instead of thwart. So you're basically attacking the side scheme. But when defeated, the player who defeated the side scheme removes 5 threat per player from the main scheme. So it's a good way for aggression to thwart.
All right.
One copy of that.
Then we have an upgrade. Now I'm mad, bub. Now I'm mad. As a condition, players under any player play under any player's control, max 1 per player. When your hero remaining hit points are less than half your hero's starting hit points, your hero gets +1 attack and -1 thwart.
Okay. Then we have one cost upgrade, the direct approach. There's 3 copies of this in the deck. It's a tactic. Attach it to a non-permanent side scheme, limit 1 per side scheme. So now we're actually getting to play with them a little bit more. Let's see. And it gains assault. Okay, so it allows any side scheme to be hit with attacking instead of thwarting.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
And this is our second player side scheme in this deck. We have specialized training. Cost 1, victory 0. Each player who does not control a specialization upgrade chooses one set-aside specialization upgrade and puts it into play under their control. And it's 5 threat per player.
Okay. Let's see, and then of course we've got the 3 double resource cards that come with them. So it's basically these have been around since the beginning.
With the X-Men art.
Yeah, X-Men art on them.
All right, we have a reprint of IPAC. So we have a vehicle X-Force, play only if your identity has the X-Force trait, hero action, exhaust IPAC, and deal 1 face down encounter card to a player. That player draws 2 cards.
And I gotta say, this
Dirk never plays this card.
This might be my favorite X-Force card, or one of them at least. Yeah, he's right. I never play that. I don't think I've made a deck without it yet, unless somebody else has played it. Let's see. So then we have our 2 cost support. It's the X Bunker. 1 copy of this in the deck, but it's a location X-Force. As an action, you can exhaust the X Bunker and choose a player whose identity has the mutant traits. That player gets to search the top X cards of their deck for any card, where X is the number of side schemes in the victory display. And then they get to add that card to their hand. So you basically get to dig for a card.
And this is a reprint as well.
Yeah.
And another reprint, we have Endurance with the X-Men art. 1 cost upgrade, play under any player's control, max 1 per player. You get +3 hit points.
And there's 3 of those in there. Okay, now we have X-23's obligation here. It is self-isolation. You give it to the Laura Kinney player. Search your hand, deck, discard pile, and play area for Honey Badger, and place her face down under this. No! Place her face down under the obligation. If you cannot, discard this card and deal yourself a face down encounter card. As a response, after you make a basic recovery, discard this obligation and Honey Badger. Oh, I don't like this.
And it's with the X-Force, they don't go away. There's no way to remove it from the game.
Oh, I'm dying here.
I was going to say, you want a Voltron Honey Badger.
Oh, yeah.
Until that card comes into play. Lady Deathstrike is her nemesis. She's a minion, of course. Scheme 2, attack 2, 5 health, elite Reaver. When defeated, the player who defeated this minion discards the top card of the encounter deck and takes 1 indirect damage for each boost icon on that card.
Okay. Next we have the Nemesis side scheme, which is in the name of vengeance. Each enemy gains retaliate 1, and I love the flavor text on this one. Cute kid, be ashamed if something was to happen to her. So yeah, it's really fitting with the way it's taken Honey Badger away from you.
And it's got 6 threat on it.
6 threat, yeah.
Okay. Then we have an attachment. Cyber mods. It's tech. Attach to Lady Deathstrike. If you cannot, discard cards from the top of the encounter card until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with you, and attach this card to it. When attached minion would be discarded, shuffle it into the encounter deck instead.
Okay. Let's see, and then we have one copy of Critical Wound, which is a condition that it's an attachment that gets attached to your identity. And as a forced interrupt, when your turn ends, discard this card and take 4 damage. So you're taking damage during your turn. Okay.
Ouch.
Yep. So wait a minute. If something forces you, like if you get multiple encounter cards, and that's your first one, and the second one forces you to discard an attachment, you probably can't do that.
No.
Nah, they're not going to let you do that.
Hack and slash treachery. When revealed, discard 1 random card from your hand and take damage equal to the number of printed resources on it.
Oh, that just adds insult to injury.
And you can't even get away with it if it comes up as a boost, because discard 1 random card from your hand and take damage equal to the number of printed resources on it. So no matter what, this card is going to hit you. This is a good one for target acquired.
Yes, it is. Okay, and so that is the last of the cards from her starter deck.
So, of course, we have our stop card. But there's a little... so, cards before, of course, X-23, but there's also 4 specialization upgrades after the divider that can be put into play by the specialized training player's side scheme. We'll get to that when they show up. And should be set aside when using X-23's pre-built deck. And then on the back, of course, like all these cards, is how to rebuild the deck. And you can see there's the linked cards. So there's that keyword that was in the back of the poster, linked. So yeah, let's go over those one at a time.
Okay, so the first one we've got here is Combat Specialist. So it, like I said, it's a link to the specialized training side scheme, player side scheme. But this one is an upgrade. Your hero gets +1 attack. And as a hero response, after your hero performs a basic attack, you can exhaust it to draw a card.
Okay. Then we have Defense Specialist, 2 cost upgrade, linked, specialized training. Your hero gets +1 defense. After your hero performs a basic defense, exhaust this card and draw a card. Now, I want to double check something before we go into the next one. Alright, so if we pull specialized training here. So it says it puts into play, but it does have a cost. So if you ever get caught off guard, say for example, and this gets shuffled into your deck,
you can bring it back out.
You can bring it back out.
Yeah. And that's also why it has a resource on it as well.
Right.
So let's see. And then we have Frontline Specialist. Again, linked to specialized training. Your hero gets +4 hit points. After your hero or after your identity takes damage from any enemy attack or from an enemy attack, exhaust this card and draw a card. Okay.
All right. And then we have the thwart version of this. 2 cost upgrade. Surveillance Specialist. Linked specialized training again. Your hero gets +1 thwart. After your hero performs a basic thwart, exhaust this card, draw a card.
Okay, so that's the linked cards there. Now we've got Predictable Ploy, which is a 2-cost justice event. Play only if there is a side scheme in the victory display. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effects.
Oh, that's nice.
There we go.
Especially for Cable.
Yeah, but that also cancels the her Nemesis card too. All right?
Just the treachery one.
Yeah, the treachery one.
Yeah.
It sucks so bad. Hack and slash, yeah.
All right, then we've got a leadership player side scheme. So I was kind of wondering, since Deadpool has his own secrets that we'll get to, if leadership was going to get
representation.
Shorted, apparently not. So we got Rally the Troops, player side scheme, victory 0, when defeated, heal 2 damage from each ally. And it's 3 threat per player.
Okay. And then finally we have 3 copies of Anticipated Event. It is a 2-cost, or Anticipated Attack. I'm sorry. It's 2-cost event protection. Defense event, play only if there's a side scheme in the victory display. As a hero interrupt defense, when an enemy initiates an attack, give your hero a tough status card. So then you can basically, as soon as you get attacked, you throw toughness in there, and that way you don't have to necessarily worry about blocking. And hope that it doesn't tap you anyways, because God knows that's going to happen.
Okay, we just got these cards today. We haven't had a chance to play with them yet, but I can already kind of see that you want Honey Badger out. They're going to work really good together. So those are my thoughts. Do you have any thoughts?
I'm seeing the leadership one. What is that leadership card? The sidekick.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Sidekick is a good one for her.
From the upcoming Bishop. There's a review article for the Age of Apocalypse, and Bishop is one of the heroes, and he comes in leadership. Yeah, and there's a sidekick where you make your signature ally your sidekick. We have a video talking about the article if you want to learn more about that. Anyways, I'm Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
Please like and subscribe.